Hi friends, go ahead and take out this paper called Composing and Decomposing Numbers. It's in the middle of your table. Go ahead and grab a dry erase marker and let's start by writing, are you reading closely and looking? The first R stands for read the question, so let's find the question mark and underline all the way back to the beginning of that sentence. Go ahead and put your finger on what? It says, what is this number in standard form? So let's cross out the R and the U, and let's go back and circle this word that says standard form. Standard form is just a fancy way to say a regular number. Now that we've written that, let's go to the next R. That means read the details, so let's read everything else. It says, the expanded notation of a number is shown below. 3 groups of 100 plus 1 group of 1,000 plus 2 groups of 1,000 plus 7 groups of 1. So let's cross off the R and let's start circling some clue words. So another clue word would be expanded notation. And number in expanded notation is a number that's stretched out really long, like this one. So I'm just going to make an arrow saying that that's an example. And another important clue is just this number written in expanded notation here. I'm going to circle all of this giant number, and I can go ahead and cross off the C and cross off the L because I've already labeled. Okay, what time is it? Well, it's 3-step time, so let's go ahead and draw our 3-step over here. What should I do first in my 3-step? The main idea. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to reword the question. What is my number in standard form? Now, my details. My most important detail in this problem is this long number in expanded form. I don't want you to copy it, so I just want us to bring it down with an arrow. It would take too long to copy. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and start with our strategy. We have to choose one of these numbers that is the same thing as this number. I notice that it's talking about groups of 100, groups of 1,000, groups of 1,000, groups of 1. And that reminds me of the ones place, the thousands place, the hundreds place. A chart that can help me organize these numbers would be a place value chart. So I'm going to start by writing down the ones, then the tens, the hundreds, and the 1,000s. Don't forget your comma. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and split it and start putting in our numbers. This kind of problem is super easy because it tells you what number to put in the place value. So this is talking about 3 groups of 100. That means we're talking about the hundreds place. And since it had a number 3 there, that's what I'm going to put in the hundreds place. Now I'm going to cross this off. The next one says 1 group of 1,000. So they're talking about the 1,000s place. And I'm going to put a 1 there. Don't forget your comma. Cross it off. The next one says 2 groups of 1,000. So again, we're talking about the 1,000s place, but there's already a number there. I'm just going to put it below that number. And now that we've done that, I can go ahead and cross this off. The last one says 7 groups of 1. So I'm going to go to the ones place and write a 7. And let's cross it off. Since there were no 10s, I'm just going to write a 0 right here. And now I have my numbers. But I have 2 numbers here, and I kind of want 1 number. So I'm just going to put these numbers together. I know that 2 plus 1 is 3. Don't forget your comma. And then we're going to bring down that 100, and we're going to bring down the 0, and we're going to bring down the 7. So this should match with our answer. That says 3,307, and it matches with A, 3,307.